We've been looking at micronutrients in particular within lesson over the past few weeks, with you making your mocktails and looking at specific nutrients such as vitamin B, in particular B9, are water soluble, are fat soluble. So we're going to look at some different nutrients today and just reconsolidate our previous knowledge about micronutrients. So we're going to be looking at potassium and we're going to be looking at magnesium, which we've not covered as of yet. So we're going to be making one of my absolute favourite dishes. As you know, I love Thai, Asian style food. So we're going to be making sweet corn fritters, okay? They're really popular within Thai cuisine. Also, most people have a tin of sweet corn in, so they're really easy and quite simple to do. We're going to focus on the nutritional information rather than the functions of ingredients today. So into my sweet corn fritters, I have got 80 millilitres of water. We know the function of water is hydrate our body and our mind to keep us functioning. We can't function at all without water. If you want to increase the nutritional value to this dish, you could use a milk in there, so you're getting some calcium for your bones and vitamin D for your bones, preventing things such as osteoporosis. It's also going to give it a richer, creamier taste. There's also a quantity of protein in there as well, okay? So you can enhance it that way. We're going to use a white plain flour. Again, a simple carbohydrate, quick releasing energy. Remember, it's really simple to remember the difference between simple and complex carbs. Simple, it's really easy for your body to break down, so it can be transferred to energy really quickly. Where complex, like our wholemeal and our rye flours and things like that, our brown flours generally, they are a lot more complex for our body to break down. So that's why it gives us energy for longer. So we're using a plain flour, but if you wanted to increase the nutritional value, again, you could swap it for a wholemeal flour, which then would be really high in NSP, which we know helps with our digestive system. So I'm going to add that in a minute. I've got our sweet corn. This is where we move on to the actual micronutrients. Flour is a macronutrient because we know it's a carbohydrate, okay? So our sweet corn, we're now moving on. Now sweet corn's brilliant because it's full of all different things. So particular vitamin C, we know that brightly coloured foods tend to contain vitamin C, which obviously helps with our immune system. It's really high in NSP as well to help with your digestion. So this is a great dish to help with your digestion. We're adding an egg into it. Again, improving the protein content of it. It's a high biological value protein, okay, so that means it's animal based. I don't eat animal based produce, so if I was going to cook these for me to eat, then I would swap it for something like a flaxseed paste, okay? Flax seeds you still get protein from, but it would be an LBV protein. And to do a flaxseed paste, it's a tablespoon of flax seeds to 2 tablespoons of water. But in this case, I'm going to show you with an egg, because that would be something that most of you would have at home. And remember, the egg is made up of protein and fat. The yolk is your fat, okay, to insulate the body. The protein in our egg is the white, which is for growth and repair of muscles, okay? So at the moment, we've got loads of nutritious things going on there, but there's a lot more still to go, but we'll add them in as we go along. So all I'm going to start off by doing is adding some of my flour into the mixture. Now, when you add the flour in, you've got to give it a good mix or it will go lumpy, okay? And try to add it gradually. I do it in my measuring jug just because I've already got my water in there ready, but if you want to do it in a mixing bowl, then that's perfectly fine. Also, it makes it easier for you guys to be able to see what's going on, okay? So I'm going to be creating a batter out of this mixture, and my egg is also going to form the batter. So to start off with, I'm just going to mix that through to the water. I'm going to mix it really well through, so it doesn't go so lumpy, okay? It will start to go thick and it will start to congeal. So can we see you got a thick paste on there? You want to really mix that and get all that flour mixed in. And to make it a really loose batter, this is when you're going to add your egg in. Mix that through. Now, the additional ingredients that's going into these corn fritters that I am adding, because I'm doing a Thai one, are going to be spicy and aromatic flavours. Now, if you wanted to do these as a breakfast fritter, which sometimes we do, then you don't have to add in the things like the chilli. You could miss it out, or the garlic, but you might want to add in some spring greens, like spring onions, like I'm going to. So we're going to move along. I've got my basic batter made. So we're going to look at the additional ingredients. Now, spring onions are amazing, okay? They're full of micronutrients that are essential for your body. So One of the key nutrients that we've not covered is potassium, and it's really, really high in potassium, spring onion, okay? We need to know that most green vegetables will be high in potassium, and they kind of regulate the fluid which travels around your body, and they help with the nerve signals within your body as well. So it basically keeps you ticking over. They're super high in NSP for our digestion, high in vitamin A, as we know A stands for amazing eyes, so help your eyesight, and again high in vitamin C for your immune system, which is really important for people of your age group as well, because you are in contact with lots of people all the time. Your immune system can get hit, so you need to have foods that are really high and will support your immune system, that are really high in vitamin C. So I think I've covered most of them that we'll find in that. I've covered the sweet corn, which I'm also going to add in. Now it's only 250 grams of sweet corn in a tin, this 500 grams, so I'm only going to add half of my sweet corn into here, okay? In we go. I don't know if I said how much flour was in it. It was 100 grams to 80 mils of water, okay? That goes in. I'm also going to be adding into my mixture garlic. Garlic is a medicinal quality, as we already know. It boosts your immune system. It's used in lots of food around the world and is seen as a really positive ingredient, and it can also help to reduce your blood pressure. Okay, it doesn't solve things, I'm not saying that when it's medicinal, but it can help to support certain diets by reducing blood pressure, supporting your immune system. So that's going to go in there as well. So I've got some chopped garlic going in there. So I've talked about potassium regulating fluid around your body. I've talked about how it helps with your nervous system. Now there's one thing that we've not discussed, and that is sodium, okay? And sodium you're going to find within soy sauce, okay? Most of us have soy sauce in our house now, it's just kind of a given. I tend to put it in most foods. Now soy sauce is basically around about 70% sodium, okay? And sodium is also classed as salt, so it's just a seasoning. We do need salt within our diet. It's really, really essential. We are only supposed to have 6 grams of salt a day, but it maintains muscle function within your body. So sodium is essential to do that. It also helps to regulate the travel of water around your cells. So sodium is essential, okay? So I'm going to add in some soy sauce in there. It's about 2 tablespoons, okay? So I'm going to give mine a good glug in there. So I've got my soy sauce in there, I've got garlic in there, I've got spring onions in there. I'm going to add some chili, which is also medicinal, so doing exactly the same thing as your garlic, boosting your immune system, helping to lower your blood pressure. Okay, now I'm not adding too much chilli in there, and I've used dried chilies because I always have them in, because it's easier than buying the fresh ones that might go off. Okay, to that, sweet chilli sauce. Okay, sweet chilli sauce is basically sugar, red chilies and garlic, okay, and then some water and some starch to thicken. So we already know the medicinal qualities of this because it's basically most of the ingredients that we've got in there. This is going to be the thing that adds lots of flavour and aroma to our dish. So it's about 2 tablespoons of sweet chilli sauce in there to flavour it, if you're doing it as a Thai version. Okay, like all food, you need to season. Okay, so I'm going to add some white pepper into mine. I am not adding salt because it's already got salt from the soy sauce. Okay, within Thai, Asian, Chinese cooking, they don't use salt like we would because soy sauce would tend to flavour them as much as possible. So I'm not adding that in. I am going to add some dried sesame seeds in just because I really like them, but that's not necessarily something that you need to add in. It's just something I always have in my cupboard. Now at this point, once I've made my batter, I can see if there's enough sweet corn in it, okay? So I really like sweet corn, so I'm going to add some more in, okay? And once we've got that mixed up, I don't know if we can see that, I'll bring it over a little bit closer. See, it's sweet corn batter. It doesn't look the most attractive thing, but we're going to go and fry it off and make our little fritters. Right, so I've got a pan of oil on here. I've got it on a medium heat. You know, I'm always saying to you that things need to be on a medium heat so we don't overcook them. I've got about 2 tablespoons of oil in there. I'm just going to give my batter a good mix round. Then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons, more or less, of my batter into the centre. I'm going to top them up as well. and I'm just going to leave them start to cook. Now what is going to happen is, as we should already know, is the starch within the flour will start to gelatinise, so it will start to go thicken when it goes through those 3 key temperatures, 60, 80, 100. At 100 it completely gelatinises. Also the egg in it, its protein structure is going to change, so as it heats it's going to denature and it's going to help to bind the ingredients together. It's a bit like a pancake. Don't be too tempted to flip the batter too quick. If you do, it'll all just kind of crumble and fall apart. What you're looking for is the edges to start to kind of change shape, change colour. So you'll know when it's ready to move, because you should be able to move it quite freely, okay? And we're looking for being able to flip it, okay? So it takes about, I'd say about a minute or so just to start off with. As you start to make more, they become quicker. Once it's cooked enough that you can get your fish slice under, you just want to really carefully flip it. If you want to use your spoon to help you, some of the kernels will move, okay, because they're not completely bonded, but what we're looking for is a golden brown consistency on each side. I will flip this again because it's too pale in the middle, but I just want to cook it enough on each side. If you get any bits of sweet corn that come off the edges, you can just move them to one side. Just be really careful, because like popcorn, they will pop at you. So I have to put a plate with some tissue paper over the side so I can remove anything from the pan that I think is going to get hot or is going to get burnt, okay? So it should take about 2 minutes on each side when the pan is at temperature. Your first one will always take a bit longer. You're looking for a really nice golden brown finish on the top. This shouldn't be too thick, but it should be even colour on each side. And I tend to serve them with some sweet chilli sauce or a soy sauce, dipping sauce. And they're your sweet corn fritters done.